Karachi is a teeming megacity of over 20 million people, a city of migrants, diversity, contested ownerships, and conflicts, of eclectic, rich cultural heritage and creativity. It is a major commercial and industrial city of Pakistan, a port city located on the coast of the Arabian Sea. Vasl Artists Association, situated in the city of Karachi, is a non-profit artist-led initiative operating in Pakistan since 2001. Vasl is one of the few Pakistani platforms for local and foreign artists that facilitates art and cultural programs for the public and community through residencies, exhibitions, publications, educational outreach programs, opportunities for creative individuals, research grants, and much more.
तो मेरी रीढ़ की हड्डी बच जाए। मुझे अपने जिस्म में रीढ़ की हड्डी सबसे ज्यादा अजीज है।
गर्ज एक 5 मिनट के घर की ये हालत हो गई, कोई आंख मचोली खेली जा रही है, कोई इधर भाग रहा है, कोई उधर, कोई चारपाई के नीचे से निकल रहा है, कोई कोने झांकता फिर रहा है, किसी ने लिपटे हुए बिस्तर से कुश्ती शुरू कर रखी है।
Vasl supports cultural and artistic endeavors, and its mission is to encourage freedom of expression in creating experimental and critical work in creative practices, away from commercial restraints.
So my name is Noor Afshan Mirza, and I'm an artist that's living and working in Istanbul. And I work predominantly collaboratively and more recently, in the last, I'd say, 10 years, collectively. And my artworks span the moving image, installation, sound, text, and performed actions. And the themes that my work take up is themes of resistance, particularly women's bodies as sites of resistance, inequality, power and privilege, and non-participation.
Vasl's annual flagship program for young graduates, known as Taza Tareen or Fresh Produce, aims to identify new talent from Pakistan and to channelize, mentor, and showcase their creative aptitude. Taza Tareen residencies since 2005 have supported recent graduates from Pakistani art institutes at formative stages of their professions. Earlier in 2021, Vasl launched its first chapter of a pop-up museum project called Museum of Abandoned Spaces. This is a year-long, ongoing museum-based experiment in which Vasl hosts brief exhibitions in uninhibited and decrepit sites in Karachi. The purpose of this project is to break away from conventional forms of art and to generate a dialogue around what constitutes art, its durability, public visibility, and ownership. The Vasl team and participating artists spend days scouting potential locations in the city that can constitute as possible exhibition sites, hoping to bring into focus the socio-political implications of abandoned buildings and their relationship to the city. Population density, housing demands, illegal constructions, litigations over ownerships, evictions, and dislocations are some of the markers. Mariam Salim was the first artist of Museum of Abandoned Spaces in July 2021. Mariam is a Karachi-based artist who has used her creativity to voice dissent or to reflect on possibilities. Mariam herself faced eviction from her home when she was forcibly removed from it. This project had a raw emotional meaning for her. Mariam's exhibition took place on Maripur Road, Cracks Colony, the conduit that connects downtown Karachi to the industrial area. Her work consisted of a short film in which she drew houses in sand, letting these drawings be washed away by the waves crashing onto the shore. Along with the film, she created an installation of miniature mud houses in front of the demolished homes of some of the residents of Maripur. The significance of her temporary mud houses was to show the impermanence of urban housing and the thoughtlessness of destruction. Her work connects to many locals who face unwilling eviction on a daily basis. She compares the momentary feeling in her work to the sensation of fleeing a burning home, the fleeting time in which one collects the precious items and the momentary decisions of what should be salvaged or left behind. Shafqat House is a heritage building located in the center of the city at the busy intersection of Dina Muhammad Wafai Road and Mohammed bin Qasim Road, a few hundred meters away from the Sindh Secretariat. It is an old colonial building, possibly from the early 20th century, marked by yellow gizri stone columns and decorative motifs, with rectangular holes for windows punctuating its dilapidated facade. It is crowned by a distinctive cupola, which is now crumbling. Once a lived-in apartment building, its doors and windows have now been dismantled, and the rear portion has been turned into a seasonal cattle market. Just like this cattle market, an art exhibition becomes a disassemblable, temporary event, echoing the inhabitation and dismantling of the building's own residents. Shafqat House is a case of contested ownership, destroyed by years of neglect and decay. It was chosen as the site for the Museum of Abandoned Spaces' second exhibition in August 2021, where the work of Arsan Nasir, an emerging artist from Karachi, was featured.
As an artist, my work involves sensory experiences and interactive installations. I enjoy taking art out into the public arena, touching upon the themes that speak to the masses. The mediums and the visual language of my work is based on everyday objects and localized contexts so that anyone can access or interpret my work as they see fit. Being born and raised in Karachi, I think a lot of this city's element makes way into my practice. For almost a decade, I have built a connection with my city through my work using experimental methodologies. Moving from personal and intimate narratives of nostalgia and identity, my work has evolved into a larger social and cultural and ecological themes, and I think the city which I witness every day has played a very large part in bringing about that evolution. Museum of Abandoned Spaces as a concept immediately drew me in because of its idea of taking art out into the city, which coincides with part of my philosophy as a creative practitioner. I think the spatial context of work becomes an added layer to the narrative. Shafqat House, where my work was featured, seemed to subtly comment on the social theme of my project. As my project aimed to initiate the conversation around urban development versus the destruction, the location seemed to continue that dialogue forward. Karachi is a city constantly in a flux, with destruction and construction taking place every single second in a very chaotic order. As my project talked of this juxtaposition, Shafqat House lost heritage and legacy silently affirms its occurrence. My work Dreams on Sale was inspired by Karachi's billboard and television advertisement. Promising safe and luxurious housing, these ads hide behind them a reality of urban destruction and a severe compromise on sustainability.
कराची शहर की गुंजान आबाद और मशहूर तरीन कच्ची बस्ती से नज़दीक मच्छर कॉलोनी लग्जरी विलास केपीटी पोर्ट और माड़ीपुर लियारी के बीचों बीच वाक़े आने वाले दिनों में इल्लीगल तर्ज तामीर की वाहिद पहचान, आसाइशों और आसानियों का हसीन इम्तिजाज, सीधे समंदर तक गंदा नाला, कच्ची आबादी से गुजरता हुआ सीवरेज का बेहतरीन कुदरती निज़ाम, बिला तात्तुल बिजली के लिए कुंडे की मखसूस कनेक्शन लाइन, बेहतरीन गैस प्रेशर के लिए एलपीजी सिलेंडर की नॉन स्टॉप फरहामी, हफ्ते में 3 दिन मीठे पानी की डायरेक्ट सप्लाई, आपके देरीना ख्वाब की जीती जागती तस्वीर, हर घर के मेन गेट के ऊपर और दोनों अतराफ में सीसीटीवी सिक्योरिटी कैमरा सिस्टम से निगरानी, खवातीन और बच्चों की सैरो तफरी के लिए खूबसूरत फैमिली पार्क्स, शाहाना तर्ज जिंदगी की ख्वाहिश रखने वालों के लिए अपनी नौयत के मुनफरिद और अछूते डिजाइन के लग्जरी विलास, 2, 3 और 5 मरले के बेहतरीन रिहायशी प्लॉट्स और तैयार शुदा जदीद घर, खुशादा लाउंज, अट्रैक्टिव ड्राइंग रूम, इटालियन किचन, शानदार बेडरूम, अटैच्ड बाथरूम, मच्छर कॉलोनी लग्जरी विलास, कच्ची आबादी की नई पहचान।
Karachi seems to me like a glass of water, overflowing beyond its capacity. Taking a satirical approach, these ads imitates the marketing endeavors of these residential builders and companies that seem to mock this city, its inhabitants, and their dreams.